Attorney Diana Azores Top 1 2019 Bar Exam.
Please describe your learning style. I am a combination of a visual and auditory learner. It's a must for me to read. First the lessons alone in quiet room and then draw diagrams or tables to help me understand a topic. I also need to hear what I read for better retention. That's why I religiously attend my classes both in law school and in review center. Please share your study techniques or best review practices which you think helped you top the 2019 bar examinations. I study in a sequence: first, codals, next, annotated books, then jurisprudence, and finally, I read previous bar questions related to the topic. It's really important to have a mastery of your codal provisions. I made sure that I read the codal provisions first before I proceed to the annotated books. I believe this is an effective way of understanding the law better. Once you understand the law, you will have a better appreciation of the relevant jurisprudence. Finally, answering previous bar questions will help you check whether or not you can already answer them and also have a familiarity on the highly tested areas. A. Memorization techniques. I used the good old mnemonics for enumerations. For definitions, I read it aloud for multiple times until I'm able to recall it. B. Bar materials, i.e., codals, one reference book, chairs, cases, memory aid, personal notes. Before 2019 started, I already assessed myself in each of the 8 bar subjects. I ascertained which areas I am good at and which needs improvement. So, at the start of the bar examination year, I devised a strategy to cover everything in the bar syllabus. I figured that I should first have a mastery of my codal provisions, so I read all my codals from January to May. Then for the subjects I'm not so good at, I read again my annotated books. During the formal review, my plan was to focus on latest jurisprudence and then use the materials that can feasibly be read within the limited time of 6 months. The following are the reference materials I used for the formal review. Political Law Natura, Labor Law Joselito Chan Notes, Civil Law Rabuya, Taxation I focused on the codal provisions and latest jurisprudence. Commercial Law Sundiang and Aquino, Dumampao. Remedial Law Riano, Legal Ethics Codal Provisions. In general, I utilized the golden notes as well as the Bedin red notes. I also religiously attended almost all my review classes. That's very important because some reviewers can also predict bar questions. Haha, it's also important to familiarize yourself with the landmark cases penned by the chairperson because these are also potential sources of bar questions. As to my notes, it consisted of questions I write as I study, then I will answer them afterwards to check if I understood what I just read. C. Hours of reading: 10 hours on June to August, then 12 hours on September to November. D. Review Center, coaching jurists. I actually enrolled in jurists twice. The first one was for their advanced pre-bar review from January to May. Then the second one was for the formal review from June to November. Their coaching program is truly helpful. They spotted my weaknesses and suggested ways to correct them. E. Mock bars are very important. Some may find the results disheartening, but I believe that it's better to be wrong in the mock bars than in the actual bar exams. Be open to criticisms and comments of your friends, professors, or coaches and use them as motivation to improve. F. Law school training. It's true that in the bar exams, you will most likely paint a mental picture of yourself during a dreaded recitation in law school answering a question similar to that in the bar exam. You may hate or despise your vicious professors now, but trust me, you will thank them later. G. Scheduling. I created a schedule for the entire duration of the review. The study plan or schedule one made is detailed, personalized, realistic, and achievable. I planned what I will do for every hour and every minute. A tip I can give for creating a bar review schedule is to follow the bar syllabus. Make sure that you will be able to cover everything. It's also vital that your schedule meets your needs. Devote more time and attention to your weakest subjects and consider the percentage of each subject as well. Make your study schedule as flexible to cover contingencies. Once you finalize your study schedule, make sure that you will follow it religiously and vigorously as if your life depends on it. Anything you wish to focus on or strongly want to share to law students and reviewees. Meditate. I learned this tip from no other than attorney Florin Hilbe, former Solgan and also a bar Topnotcher. When he went to our school for a leadership seminar, students were given a chance to ask him about leadership, current political and socio-economic issues. I know it's off topic, but I grabbed the once-in-a-lifetime opportunity to ask him for tips on how he prepared for the bar. He said two things. First, he advised us to read previous bar questions and suggested answers, and second, to meditate. It was a blur to me at first how meditation can help me succeed in the bar exam. With research, I found out that meditation is definitely good for your brain. It leads to better focus, greater mental clarity, lower levels of stress and reduced anxiety. Especially this time when depression, anxiety and high levels of stress are emerging crisis, practicing meditation and mindfulness can bring significant benefits to your mental health. There are different ways of meditation. It can be as simple as observing your breathing or having a quiet time for yourself to contemplate. The goal is to pay close attention to the moment, to recognize the situation, especially our own thoughts, emotions and sensations, whatever it is that's happening. Meditation is a way for us to just take a moment and pause. It's an effective way of dealing with the enormous stress that the bar examinees experience. Pray. Reviewing for the bar makes you feel a lot of emotions. It will be so overwhelming that sometimes it will just bring you to tears. For 6 months, you will feel secluded from the rest of the world. You will feel that you are putting everything on hold. Nothing else will matter but to pass the bar exams. However, you need to understand that you cannot do this alone. Above anything else, you need to connect with God. You need to tell Him your dreams, surrender everything to His holy will, admit your fears and doubts and let Him control your life. Pray as soon as you wake up in the morning and at night before going to sleep. Pray for wisdom and guidance. Pray when you feel confused about a topic. Pray every time you worry. Pray when you feel alone. Talk to God and just let your emotions out. Let this time strengthen your relationship with God and your faith in Him. Tell Him what you want, clearly and specifically. My prayer was always like this: Lord, please help me pass the 2019 Philippine bar exams, and if it is according to your will, please also make me a Topnotcher. Kahit 8th place lang, Lord. This blessing I am asking is not only for myself but mostly for the people who believes that I can, and for the people that I will help when I become a lawyer. I promise you, Lord, that I'll be a good lawyer. I will use this title to proclaim your goodness and for your greater glory. I surrender everything to your holy will. He knows your struggles more than anyone else. He sees your intentions, how much you want this. You just need to trust Him. Have faith in His plans for you. Do not worry, just do your part and let His will unfold in your life. God is with you all the way. He's with you right now even when you feel uncertain about yourself. He is your strength and refuge. Let His promises be your assurance that everything will be alright. Have faith and pray. Pray as if everything depends on prayer. Lastly, unwind. Treat yourself from time to time. In motor racing, race cars stop in the pits for fuel and other consumables to be renewed or replenished. The same goes for you. Don't forget to unwind to replenish your energy and strength. Celebrate little victories. Reward yourself when you finish your study schedule, or when you finish a grueling exam, or when you finally understand a topic that's been bugging you for days. I remember when I was reviewing, every after mock bar, I reward myself with a good massage, then I eat out with friends. Don't forget to tap yourselves in the back. You are doing great. These are trying times. The fact that you are trying to remain on track is a feat in itself. Keep moving forward. You are almost there. Please share your tips on how to answer bar exam questions. A. Form or how you write. I wrote in print, and to further compensate for my handwriting, I wrote in bigger texts. I used Energel 0.5 blue. As to margins, I just made sure that there are at least 1-inch margin on each side.
B.
Content. I wholeheartedly adapted the jurist's method. It consists of 4 paragraphs, which includes the conclusion, law, application to the facts and reiteration of the answer. What was your lowest moment during the bar season, if there is any? And how did you overcome it? During the remedial law subject, I did not have any sleep the night prior to the exam date and my mind just went blank after reading the first question. For about 10 minutes, I was just staring at the examination paper, but I know that I had to bring back my composure and confidence, so I prayed and summoned the Holy Spirit to guide and help me remember what I studied. Thankfully, by the grace of God, I was able to finish the exam and get a satisfactory grade. What words of encouragement can you share to the law students and bar reviewees, or to the public in general, amidst our battle against COVID-19? The uncertainty of our situation right now has taken a toll upon all of us, especially our students. I can only imagine how the students juggle the demands of online learning with the anxiety caused by the uncertainty of continuing their education. For graduating law students, the suspension of this year's bar exams delayed your plans. You may feel upset and robbed of a major milestone in your life and career, but on the brighter side of things, you are given more time to prepare. Although online classes cannot replace the usual classroom setting, you can still utilize all the tools and materials available to you to help you prepare. The world has changed drastically, but we must learn to adapt and remain resilient. There are a lot of things we cannot change, but don't let it dampen your determination to achieve your dreams. Not even this pandemic can stop you from fulfilling your destiny of becoming a lawyer. It may be delayed, but it is never denied. Hang in there, just keep fighting. After all this is finished, you will see the fruits of your labor and you will enjoy the sweet taste of success. Good luck, future attorney. Be the change you want to see in this world. Please share an instance which you think is your embarrassing moment during the bar month. Anything funny, humiliating, which will inform many that one need not be perfect to top or pass the bar. Ang dammy, wait. The most memorable is when I wrote the Nanomics fame for the grounds for petition for relief from judgment. Instead of writing the specific grounds, narealize ko na lang nung nasa number 5 na ako. Ha ha ha. Then saw civil law, nasalit ko, period, instead of period, Twitter pa more.